Hey guys. All right. Welcome to Pretty Tarot. This is a reading for the Taurus, and it could be for Sun, Moon, Rising. Also, if you have Taurus in both Venus and Mars, but only if it's in both Venus and Mars. Otherwise, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is a general read, so this can apply to different areas of your life. It can relate to love life, jobs, career, finances, relationships, family situations, maybe even health. Just take it as it resonates. Take what only resonates, and if something does not resonate for you, it's okay. This may not be your reading. However, if it does, then great. And this is not necessarily for cross watchers, though a cross watcher can watch. This reading is meant to help the actual Taurus energy people. Okay, but if you find it for whatever reason it resonates, that's great. So let's see what's going on for Taurus people. And this is a timeless reading, so whenever you find it is when you were meant to see it. Okay. What is this? Ooh, Taurus people. So, you got the growth card in reverse. It's pointing out that you guys may be feeling a lack of growth, or some of you may be experiencing a lack of fertility. Let me see what else I can get for you guys with my other decks here. What is going on otherwise for the Taurus energy? So I don't want to say that you guys are feeling stagnant, but it's possible that some of you are feeling like you're in stagnant energy, or you're just feeling like you're not getting somewhere, or feeling like something is not going anywhere, or it's not taking off, or something is just not going past a certain point even. What else is going on for Taurus people? Okay. And we got the self-esteem card to fall out there. So maybe this is relating to the fact that you guys may be feeling like you cannot succeed past a certain point, or you feel like you cannot make something happen, or you may be feeling like not so good about whatever this is that's going on, that appears to be a lack of growth, or a lack of being able to get to a certain stage in your life. Or this, like I said, if you are for any reason struggling with fertility issues, and this is not going to be for everybody, the fertility issues, if you're struggling with fertility issues, or not being able to see something really manifest, then this could be affecting your self-esteem. Whatever's going on, whether it is, like I said, not be able to manifest something, not be able to get something to take off, not be able to get something to grow, or just feeling stagnant, it somehow is either affecting your self-esteem, or is related to your self-esteem, or related to your sense of self. Maybe you guys are feeling like you're not capable of getting something to begin, or getting something to grow. So this to me also can be like you feel like you cannot, some of you feel like you can't get something to literally begin. All right, so yeah, this is interesting. Okay, I have to make sure I put, okay. All right, so you could be trying to gain some knowledge. You could be trying to gain some wisdom. You could be trying to figure out how to get past this, or how to get something to take off, or something to grow that hasn't been. But what's interesting is you guys, someone is not taking the time to really do the research, or someone's not taking the time to really study here, or really, maybe someone could be struggling to learn, or struggling to do research, or maybe someone is slacking off with doing research. But it's pointing out that maybe you even are like I said, unable to learn something. And maybe it's a struggle with learning lessons. And that's what this really feels like. This feels very much like this don't even feel necessarily like it's about anything other than your spiritual growth and struggling with spiritual growth and struggling with, you know, gaining wisdom and learning to love and appreciate, you know, yourself, or learning to understand your own sense of value here. You know, could this relate to something else, you know, with jobs, career, money, finances, love life, and relationships, or whatever? It could, but it just doesn't appear that way. So, you got the Queen of Fire here, Queen of Wands, and you also have the Sun as well. But the Queen of Wands is in reverse. Either you are dealing with a fire energy, which could be Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, or they could have that energy somewhere in their birth or natal chart if they're not a sun sign that has fire energy, or they could be someone who, if they were acting with high vibrational energy, then they would be someone that would be, you know, very fun to be around and really passionate, things like that. However, this is someone who is they're in the negative. They're in the negative. Now, either you guys could be carrying, and this is the other thing, you guys could be carrying this energy as well. So if you're not dealing with a fire sign, then you guys may be having fire energy, but low vibrational fire energy. So whoever this is, either they're low vibrational, meaning they're on the negative end, and they could be a fire sign, or they could just have traits like a negative fire sign, or you are operating in this energy, okay? However, and you know, for those who don't know, negative traits with the fire energy, that could be someone who they may have tantrums, they may be temperamental, they may be quick to like snap attitudes, you know, may have a bad attitude, maybe somebody who, this also could be a loss of desire and not being very passionate, not being very motivated. That's also that kind of energy. Somebody who isn't very good with leading, somebody who may play a lot of games and not be very serious, someone who may be bossy and, you know, they run things like a dictatorship, you know, they're not very fair or balanced. You know what I'm saying? They could be a very nasty person, or this could be the energy, you know what I'm saying? But I feel mostly like this is also somebody, they're not very happy. They're more like frustrated. You know, you ever see someone who's always like angry or frustrated? But what's interesting is I feel like for this reading, I feel more so this is about a lack of passion or a loss of passion, and wanting to be happy though. Wanting to be happy. So this could possibly be, I would say depression, because normally a fire sign in the high vibrational energy, or the fire energy in a high vibrational energy, normally that would, instead of the low energy, that would be someone who is, they're happy, they're enthusiastic, they're passionate, they like to have a lot of fun, those kind of things. And I feel like that energy has been turned upside down, and that energy is like, because it's in the reverse, you know, it's in the reverse. So this is, you know, not necessarily feeling very passionate and possibly being depressed. Take what resonates, you guys. But it's like your happiness is affected by this, or you just want to be happy. You want to be happy, wanting to be free, you know. I'm just going to put that right there. And I feel like that's probably, you know, where this whole issue of not being able to grow, or feeling stagnant or something, or feeling like you just can't start something and see it succeed, could be coming from. Let's see what else I can get pop out here. Okay, and so you have the Justice card. Now, sometimes Justice card is Libra. Other times, though, this is more so about finding fairness, finding balance, uh, finding that things work out. Okay, so either there's a desire to really want to see things work out, want to see things be fair, or there's a, you know, there may even be some court stuff going on. There may be like some legal things going on. But the Ten of Cups is in reverse, so it's pointing out that you're not seeing where things are working out to your heart's content. It doesn't feel like you have it all, or like you have it all together, or like you're able to gain whatever your heart's content is, or whatever you feel will bring you happiness and contentment. But I feel like you guys, you want to gain it all, you know? You want to find a happiness, commitment. You want to get your true heart's desire. You want the fairness and the balance. And this is what will, you know, bring you your ultimate happiness or allow you to be able to succeed. But it's not happening, you know? But you guys could be wanting things to work out and be fair. Okay? I think that's all I need from that deck. Let me pull from another deck here. Okay. Yeah, and so you guys, you got the loyalty card here. This is also, I mean, this is a dog or whatever, but for me, this is all about loyalty, okay? It could be that somebody was not loyal, but, and I don't want to say that somebody wasn't loyal. I just feel like this is about loyalty, okay? This is about loyalty. Let me see what else I did. Or there's loyalty relating to this. You wanting to stay loyal. You wanting to stay loyal in this situation. And wanting to have the key on how to, like, maybe get things to work out. Maybe the key to, you know, open whatever this opportunity is. So you guys are seeking an opportunity. But I feel like you guys do not know how to gain this opportunity. Okay. And fighting with things that just don't seem so real, you know? It's like, if something it just, in this situation, something just feels so much like a hassle, and it feels like you're fighting for something that isn't real, or you're fighting with something that just really isn't real. Or maybe you're fighting someone who, they're not real. They're not keeping it real, or they're not being real with you, or whatever. But it definitely feels like a hassle. For others of you, it could be feeling like you're having to compete, but you're not really wanting to do that, and you're feeling like you're getting, you know, hassled, or feeling like it's a hassle. For some of you, you could just be stuck fighting with something, or stuck trying to fight something that it's not even real. Okay? And that's the Five of Rods there, you guys. So I'm going to shuffle for outcomes, and then I'm going to do advice real quick, and then I got to roll out. And keep in mind that outcomes can change depending on what you choose to do, because you have free will. And also keep in mind that nothing, like I said, is 100% set in stone. And it's either because you're going to choose to do something different, or if this was absolutely destined to happen, you know, you may choose to perceive things differently. Okay, so if you see some energy that you don't like in the reading, just understand that things can change. It's all on you. Okay, and anything that doesn't change, it was destiny, but you can always change the way you think about a situation, or the way you perceive it, or the way you choose to deal with it or handle it. And also keep in mind, it's a general reading. So everything may not 150% apply. You can always seek out a personal reading with me to see what truly is for your situation. I'm waiting for one of these to pop because that's the best. If you want a personal reading, you can just check the description box below or the comment section for more information. Okay, so this is sideways. Tower card. Tower card, but it's like a tower card. This could either be a surprise or it could not be a surprise. You could either see this coming or you could possibly not see this coming. But somehow I feel like you guys see this coming. But you just want to pretend like you want to pretend like it isn't, or you just want to feel like you don't want to have to see this coming. But it's things are going to just kind of come apart here. Something is just going to hit out of nowhere, or is going to feel like whatever is going to happen or whatever you're going to do or whatever is going on, it's going to happen. You guys, I feel like you guys are anticipating something that you know is going to happen, though you may not want it to happen. And you're kind of like, this could happen or it could not happen. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like you guys are anticipating this, like you could see this. To some extent, I feel like you guys see the possibilities of what could happen here. And you feel like it could take you all by surprise, or just you yourself, but not necessarily. And what I'm saying is, I feel like you guys have made peace with whatever you know is bound to happen or can happen. If something just kind of like strikes up out of the blue, or something just happens abruptly or suddenly. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like you guys know there's something that suddenly is going to happen, or suddenly will happen, or that something will come and break up the situation or throw things off course. And it's like you guys know something's just going to hit sooner or later, and things are just going to catch on fire. You know what I'm saying? And it's just kind of like, but you guys have made peace with this because you know. It's like you expect this, or you just anticipate it because you can see ahead. You know what I'm saying? It may or may not happen, but it's like, I feel like you guys are anticipating this. So it's not, it's definitely not, something that you think isn't going to happen. It's a tower moment. And it could be a moment that, could be an illuminated tower moment. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't always have to be like everything falls apart, but I feel like you guys know that things could. Whoa, way too many cards. Way too many cards. That's way too many. I don't want that thing. I'm going to keep that one, though, and just maybe pull for one more and call that a day. Okay, so I'll take those. Anyway, so yeah. So what I got is that, for advice, you guys got King of Air. Wow, these are air cards. Wow. Okay. I always read the advice in the upright, but what I'm going to point out is that you got King of Air, Two of Air, and Nine of Air in reverse. Okay, so this is telling me that you guys just don't think, if there is a Libra or some sort of air sign involved, or someone with Libra in the chart or whatever, for any reason, and that's not for all of you, if there is someone that is an air sign involved, no matter what their sign is or where that air energy is in their chart, you anticipate that I think you feel like they're not going to be on the positive. I think you feel like they're going to be negative, and they're going to want to cut everything. You probably feel like they're going to want to cut things out of situation, people, maybe even you. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You feel like they're going to just be not so in the positive energy. But I'll say also this. What I really am also getting here, though, what I'm really getting, because that didn't apply to everybody, because you may not be dealing with anybody in particular, especially they may not even be an air sign necessarily. But I feel like if I had to apply this to you guys in particular, without even considering if there's anybody else involved in the situation, I will say this. The King of Air is somebody who they can make rational decisions, and they can know when to cut something out, and what to cut out of a situation. And they're very direct, and they're very straightforward. They will not waste your time or anyone else's time. They're very no nonsense, but in a mature way, okay? And they know to some extent, how to communicate what they need to communicate, regardless if it sounds sensitive or not to your feelings or whatever. Okay, so I feel like you guys don't think you can have that kind of energy and be that kind of person, but what I'm looking at is the advice is always read in the upright that you need to be that kind of person. So you need to be someone who can be able to speak up, someone who can cut away things that no longer serve your purpose. You need to be able to be impartial, diplomatic, maybe even brilliant or professional, because this is the energy of that card. But this card advises, it says to speak your mind with confidence, seek out professional advice, balance mental and emotional considerations. Okay, so be balanced. Two of air in reverse, that's pointing out that you may feel like you can see ahead or whatever. You may feel like, you can let your guard down, but it's pointing out that you might want to be careful here. That just be careful of being unable or unwilling to make a decision. Be careful that, be careful of stalemates and pretending there is no problem. So what I'm trying to say with that is you guys may think that you're, at times that you're going to be perfectly fine and be able to handle something head forth, but be aware that sometimes, we kind of are not as honest with ourselves about something. So if you are not sure you can face something or that you can handle something, don't be in denial about it. It's okay to admit to yourself, hey, I have these certain hesitations and fears, because that's how you're able to deal with something head on, is being willing to see where there is an issue and being able and willing to work on it, So if there's a decision that you need to make, but, you're trying to convince yourself, yeah, I can do this, but you're not really so sure you can. Don't convince yourself that you can if you're not sure you're ready to make that decision, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But, just always be willing to make, a decision. And if you're not, be honest with yourself and say, I'm not sure I'm ready to do this yet. I'm not sure I'm ready to make a decision yet or whatever. Or I'm not sure I'm ready to move forward yet or whatever. But don't pretend. Don't ever pretend, Okay, because it's pointing out that you might start pretending that there's no issue and you might be unable or unwilling to make a decision, or you might come to a standstill, and you don't want to necessarily have to do that. But if you do find that you need to just take a moment or you need to take a pause, then be willing to be honest with yourself about that, because sometimes that's necessary. Okay, ask for help from others. You guys may have hesitations about stopping where you are in your course or whatever. This is telling you don't stop. And then you have a yes card in reverse. Something that you think is not possible is possible. And I will pull another card on that. But I think it has more to do with you gaining justice, fairness, balance. The other card that you have here is, this is the 9 of air in reverse. Okay, so it's pointing out that you may expect the worst, self-fulfilling prophecy, sleepless nights, and that's exactly what the 9 of swords is. It's literally, typically it's depicted on a card as somebody crying or somebody having their their head over their hands over their face and things like that and being worried. But be mindful, you guys, that, like I said, I feel like you guys think something is not possible. And the way I feel like my card is positioned here with the justice, I feel like you think you're not going to get, fairness, balance, or things to work in your favor, but that's not true, Turn on the light is in reverse. So it's saying that you're kind of sitting in darkness. You're not really able to really look and see what's going on, but it's advising you, because the advice is always to be read in the upright. Turn on the light, okay? Maybe you might need someone to help you to see the light, So it's okay, because remember this card says ask for help from others. So it's okay to turn to other people for help, but turn on the light, you guys, meaning be willing to look at situations for what they really are. Don't shy away from anything, and just try your best to face it head on, you guys. But if you feel like you're struggling with that, it's okay to seek help from others, whatever that may be. And let me see if I can get one more card for you guys. And you guys might want to check out the collective reading that I did for all the signs in one, because some of the cards are similar and you may find that it resonates for you. And this is saying spread the light. So you don't always have to wait for somebody else to you know, speak up or whatever. It's okay for you to speak up if you feel like you need to do so. And let me check my time here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to roll out in a minute, but I'm gonna finish this before I do, and I'm almost done. Let's see what the advice is. Oh. Come on, somebody fall out. Somebody fall out. I feel like this one wants to. I'm going to pull one more. You got the sensitivity card in reverse, okay? But it's, you know, I don't know who you guys are dealing with, but it's pointing out that you are becoming increasingly sensitive, okay? So avoid harsh relationships, avoid harsh people. Could be that fire sign that's in reverse. Avoid, you know, harsh environments, situations, and chemicals, you guys, okay? So if you guys got somebody around you that's negative, be willing to cut them out and cut them away, okay? Just avoid them. You don't need to be dealing with somebody who's negative like that, okay? You don't need to be in a negative environment either. You have bright future, okay? It says stop worrying. Everything's going to be fine. And expect a miracle. It says have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. And if there's for those of you who are having some kind of fertility issues, and that's not everyone, I feel like that's an answer that you guys will get the munchkin, the baby that you may be hoping to have, you know. And you deserve love. Even if that came out in reverse, I read the advice in the upright. You deserve love. You are lovable, okay? So if you're struggling with your sense of self, you're struggling with your self-esteem, and this was what came up earlier, that there was an issue with self-esteem and self-worth and confidence. There was an issue with confidence as well. You are you deserve love. You are lovable. And even if this is not about love life, if this is about wanting a better life for any reason, you deserve, okay? You deserve. You are deserving. And this is saying, give it a chance. Give it a chance. Whether it's a relationship, an opportunity, whatever it is. And it says to work on it, whatever it is, okay? Final advice cards, you guys. Final advice cards. Let me pull closer. I feel like I'm too far. Advice card, final one. Here we go. This is the crystals card. Your connection to crystals and gemstones is a channel for healing energy. So some of you guys may want to go ahead and find your local, find your local metaphysical store or your local spirituality store and see if they have any crystals in there that will resonate with your energy right now. That will be helpful with your energy. You guys may want to get a rose quartz and an amethyst. Rose quartz being for self-love and for healing. Amethyst being for helping you to get more in tune with your intuition and your discernment. Okay, so leadership. And this was in reverse, so it's pointing out that you don't want to take the lead here, or you don't want to guide the way, but it's telling you you need to lead the way. You need to step up to the challenge and take charge of the situation here, okay? You are fully suited to be able to do so. So that is the Taurus reading. And if you guys are interested in personal reading, just check the description box below or in the comment section for more information. I appreciate you guys. Comment and let me know how this reading resonates for you. And also, please hit the like button if you like the reading. And if you don't, you can also hit the dislike button. You know, it won't bother me or hurt my feelings or anything. I just like the feedback, you know. And if you're a new subscribe, you know, if you're not already a subscriber and you'd like to know when I have other readings coming out, including live readings, and I do those sometimes. I've done, I think, 3 over the past week. Just hit the subscribe button, but make sure you hit for notifications so you know exactly when I'm doing the live or when the new readings are coming out. And for the people who have already been subscribed and been here with me for this long, thank you guys so much for your continued support and for your patience with me. Because I know there have been times this channel has been inactive and things like that because I have had other things going on. But I appreciate you guys, period, and for sticking by with me. Okay? And that's all I'm going to say. I hope you guys have an awesome day, awesome week. Peace.